Hey guys, it's Kaz Rodriguez here. I'm here at the fantastic GAC in Brighton, and I'm going to be showing you some really cool features with the TD-17, and we're going to look into straight away into the sounds that are within the kit itself. So you might have heard of the performance just now, which was to a backing track, and now the backing track that I was using was through my mobile phone. And I used this via a Bluetooth capability. Now with Bluetooth, lots of people use things with Bluetooth speakers and using their iPhone or Android phone, you're able to now send an audio signal wirelessly without any cables, saves you the hassle of tripping over or anything like that, just playing to your backing track straight away. And I'm using this simply as I will show you right now. Go on setup right here, press enter on Bluetooth, and what you want to do is pair. And once you pair, you will find the TD-17 kit, and you want to pair that straight away. There's no password required or anything. It's very simple. And as soon as you do that, you then can play to your songs. I don't know, well, as soon as you can see this, I'll press play. And there you go. The track is playing. How great is that? Now, the sounds that you can have on this as well are phenomenal. Now on this kit, I've been just changing a few things, but it's an acoustic kit. So this is the first kit that you have that's default. So it's a wood kit. This is how it sounds by itself. Very nice, very crisp. And what I did with this is I tuned the snare drum higher. Now that's another feature. You can also tune your drums to whatever pitch you want. So that actually makes it much more reliable for when you're in a band or if you're trying to mix something or record something, suiting the tone of the drum. And by doing that, it's literally right here, you have a feature saying tuning, and anything you select, whether it's the hi-hat. Right now I've got 16.5-inch hi-hats. Now that's uncommon for a normal hi-hat, but in this case, why not? So you have more depth, still a good chick, really nice and open. Now with the snare drum, I've added +10. Now what that means is I've just tuned it slightly higher than I would usually, but this is how you can change it within an instant. And you can have it as low as you want. That fat ballad snare. Now, these are just a few features like from tuning. You can add things like muffle. You can imagine like you putting a moon gel or gaffer tape or something like that just on the drums itself. You're getting that acoustic feel, but it's within the electric module. So now what you want to see is the other kits that are featured on here as well. So we've got things like Fat Rock. Let's see what else we got here. A compact jazz kit. So you could hear how the bass drum is higher pitched. Again, you can change the way that you want this to sound by changing the tuning. Also, you've got speed metal. Tight prog. So that snare's got a really nice overtone to it. It's got a nice bite. That's something that, again, it's accustomed to whatever sort of style you're playing to. But then what you want to go into is more of the electronic sounds, and that's something that really creates a uniqueness to this kit, is having different types of sounds. Like you can layer things with like acoustic. You've got the kick drum with a boom. We also got, let's just go more into so this is a phaser kit, so there's an effect onto here. Now we're able to use things like phaser, so you can play some experimental stuff like this. And the name of this kit, funny enough, is called Bottle. So every time you hit it, you're either bottling it or you're hitting the kit. Every time you hit in the snare drum, it has this kind of glassy sound. So it creates a nice little effect. So just have a play around with those, and those you'll be able to find the sound that works best for you. And this is what's fantastic about the TD-17. You can actually look around different avenues of genres of music, and it's really, really good for you to use. Okay, so now the other thing as well we have is also the click feature, which comes standard in all of the V-Drums series that we have, which is also good for you to improve your timing. So if you were to play along to a track that you were trying to figure out, you want to understand the metronome. The metronome is your guide, it's your foundation to make sure you are in time. So this is at, right now we've got it 65 BPM, 60 BPM. All you have to do is just press on. And you can change any time signature you want. Just play along and also adjust to the volume as you prefer. Like you might want it loud. Drummers tend to have their clicks really loud, more so than the drums, but that's me. But you can experiment with that. Also, you have a coach option. So again, you have time check. Time check is really cool because you can make sure that you're playing on time, and the click will cut out at some point. And when it cuts out, you want to make sure that you're playing precisely on time. This is really good for having your internal clock. Roland does this amazing feature, and I definitely urge you to try this feature, more so than the click. The coach is a very, very good way to improve your inner clock. Okay, so now also we have songs here. So the other feature, like I mentioned, was being able to play your own music via your phone. Or you could use, any sort of Bluetooth, iPad, anything like that. And the best thing about this is now that on the TD-17, you have your phone holder or iPad holder where it's right on the module. You don't have to worry about putting it on the side or on a table. That gets just all cluttered. You know where everything is. So it almost feels like it's part of the TD-17. It's all there for you, and it's really easy to use. Or if you just want to put some change for a drink later. But yeah, so now you have all these songs that you can put in. You have your own song options as well. So if you have your own specific songs, you can simply internally put these in here and just play along as you usually do. That's also available on most other kits as well. You also have a mix in at the back where you can put a wired option as well. So if you have something from your laptop, for people who don't have phones, if you're like, I would be surprised if you're 4 or 5 years old and you have an iPhone, you're spoiled. But if you don't, you can use players or hardwired players like a laptop or even your phone straight through a mix-in, and that's just a 3.5 jack, just like a headphone jack. That's one of the other features that we have here. Now, the best feature, a lot of people have been asking about, well, I can't afford a TD-50. It's very expensive. And the great feature about the TD-50 is to be able to play your own samples. Now, the samples are so important in modern music today, especially what I do as well. And mostly it's on kick and snare. But with the TD-17, you are now able to add your own samples in, and now you're creating layer. So on top of the kick and snare sound, you could have a record sample from a clap, or you could, let's just say We Will Rock You. You can have a kick drum and your snare drum. You can sound like 5,000 people stomping on the ground with an acoustic kick drum, and your snare drum giving you equally the same with 5,000 people clapping. And the power of that is just amazing on the TD-17. So I urge you to try that. And it's very simple. Again, just have your favorite sounds that you want on an SD card, and then you can just internally put it in here and then load the sample and you're good to go. Perfect. Another great feature on the TD-17, we have also now multi-effects options, and you can allocate them on any of the drums individually. So usually you get global effects. Now with this, the engine is so powerful that we're able to have individual effects allocated. So let's just try this for now. So we're going to go here on the other feature, and then we're going to press the multi-effects option. And now here I've got delay. Let's just say we've got delay here. Everything is dry as it is right now. Now, what I want to do is just press this button here. It's called on. So you just go on. It's as simple as that. You can hear that nice decay, that delay, and it's this is just one of many types. So this type here is a DS delay. Now, what you can also do is change the delay for each individual drum. So if I play the kick drum, I've got this very minimal. If I change it and go all the way up here, you can get more. You can hear that. And now on the snare, I might want to change it a bit more. So I might have a bit more of a quicker response. That's just some random, just adjustments, but this is how it sounds on. Now these are really cool to use. Now the reason why I say this is because there might be a section in the song that you might feel that you want that anthemic sound, and then just coming back to that dry, acoustic sound. It doesn't matter if it's an electronic sound that you choose or an acoustic kit. These are really good tools to extra enhance your sounds built in. Even with your samples, you can do this. So let's just try another effects here, just for the tricks of it. So let's see here. We've got filter. We've got filter right here. So we might want to try. Now you've got that nice little drive in there. It's really good for really trashy. So you can imagine when you feel recording even like an album or record, and you wanted something really interesting, rather than mixing everything, you can actually do this straight in to the module itself. The TD-17 has that capability and power. You want to start using these so the engineer might go, oh, I don't need to do anything to it. So that's a really good, useful tool for that. And I would do that. I like to do things at source. I never like to do things post. Certain things may need that, but with this, I've already done the extra work. So the engineer or the front of house engineer might go, oh, that sounds really nice. And you can do it just by a switch of a button, by pressing on and off, and I'll demonstrate that now. there you go, the TD-17 multi-effects.